always talking about 2016 makeup and bringing fun makeup back, but this was me like 3 years ago. Fun makeup never left here. So I want to do a series where I just recreate some of my older looks because I do feel like I can do them better now. Hey, I'm maybe Burke and you're watching Makeup for Lost Time. This is my series for trans women and other people who feel like they missed a few classes when it came to learning about makeup. I was late to the makeup content game. I was late to the makeup game in general. I've been wearing makeup since like the 4th grade, but in terms of these like fun creative looks, I didn't really invest in my makeup collection until my 30s. But if you look back on my Instagram, it's very clear that I like wanted to be a makeup girly. And even my early TikToks, I definitely was like trying to do the like get ready with me vibe. So what do they say, better late than never? I want to start with recreating a look from my first brand deal I did. This was a collab with MAC and Juliet on Broadway, which I actually have up here. You can see the MAC bag that they gave me the makeup in when I had to go see the show, and that's the playbill. And it's funny because I actually work on that show now in a whole different capacity. And this look was mostly MAC products because it was a collab with MAC, but it wasn't exclusively MAC products, so I don't remember everything that I used. But I'm just gonna start with the Danessa Myricks Color Fix in Nude 1. This has been my eye base go-to recently, and I'm generously applying this all over because it can be blended out and it never hurts to get a good wash of color across the eyes. In the video I went base first, but I think that's because I wasn't using exclusively MAC products for the base, but most often these days I go eyes first. And I have a black, I think this was a MAC once upon a time, but the edge is broken now. But I'm actually going to use a pencil to carve out where the eye shape is going to go. Sharpen that. And then relaxing my eyes, I'm just going to loosely draw right above where my natural crease is. And this isn't the highest the color is going to go. This is actually going to be where I'm going to blend out from. But this gives me a sense of the shape that I'm going to be going for. With a lot of looks, you can do this with a white pencil. But since I know this halo eye had black as the perimeter, I can use black. And that I know I have from MAC, this black eyeshadow. Taking it on a small brush, and we're gonna tap that right in the inner corner and in the outer corner before we really do anything else. I'm just tapping, and then without dipping the brush into anything else, I'm going to kind of swipe it right up into where that wing shape is, and just fill in from there so we have a little black smoky moment. Then just windshield wiper swiping along this edge to blend and diffuse it. It looks a little chaotic, but we're gonna marry this down to the lower lashes just to give it a seamless line. And now something I know I didn't do when I first did this look, because I was mostly using MAC products, so I only used the black and the red, I'm gonna come in with a gray. I actually used this in the last video I did on here for my gray smoky eye, and this is gonna help us blend out that line from the black with just these windshield wiper motions and across the lash line. See, already this has like more dimension and depth than the original color, and I'm just gonna take a clean brush to help soften that. And I'm essentially doing the same thing with the black, with the gray, and with the clear brush, just these little windshield wiper motions to help me blend. Then I'm just gonna come back in with that black to re-solidify it where I want the most pigment, and blend, blend, blend. And then I'm just gonna match that on the other side here. And then again, the MAC product I know I used was this red shadow, and that was kind of all over the lid. I can also tell you the reason it's not like super well blended in that is because it was my first time doing something like that for a brand, and once it looked okay, I was like nervous to keep fussing with it. So I didn't bother to like keep blending once it got to a presentable state. But here I'm gonna take my time to really blend that red in with the black and the smoky. I'm actually just dabbing what's left of the red over the black so we get a different tone of the black and that warmth distributed throughout. Of course, always coming in with our other colors to ensure the best blend possible. And I actually did a red waterline for this, but I'm not gonna. I think it looks cool, but I don't think it's the vibe. I think leaving the red right in the pop of the center of the lid is the way to go. So I'm just gonna take that black pencil to the lower lash line and marry that with the eyeshadow that was brought down there. Now do we see the vision? Tapping some more red in the center just to really make that pop. Do I still have that MAC eyeliner? I think I got rid of the liquid liner. That was so long ago. So I'm gonna take Danessa's Color Fix in black on the finest little angled brush and work that gently across the whole lash line and into a wing. I'm being really gentle right across the lash line because I have hooded eyes. I don't like for my liner to go too far up because then it tends to transfer above onto my hood. So I'm gonna keep this line nice and thin for the majority of the eyelid and then just wing out where I want it at the end. That way we get the wing, but I won't lose the integrity of that line throughout the day. Not that I'm really going anywhere today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do my complexion really quick. I did use the MAC Studio Fix powder for this look, but the real secret is they didn't give me a color that worked for me. I say as I put on a foundation that's too light on me. But the ones they gave me were like actually way too dark for me, so I made them work to the best of my ability for the looks. But that's also why you don't see all of the complexion products I used in that original video. I don't know who picked the color for me, if it came through the show or through the brand. I know I look a little bit like a vampire because this foundation's light on me and I have a black and red smoky eye. But that's okay, especially because my new concealer routine actually just layers color correctors. I neutralize with this peach, which looks dark now because the foundation is pretty light. And then I layer the pink one on for brightness, using the same brush to marry them together. I've been doing this without a standard concealer, and I actually really like the results. Mixing those colors together on my palette, and then just using that down the center of the face for highlights. One MAC product that I was introduced to during this collab that I have rebought since and I use all of the time is this lip conditioner. I don't know what's in it, but I use it just before every glam to keep my lips hydrated. And now I'm looking at this, I'm pretty sure I know what blush I used. Well, I know it was red, so I'm gonna start with this Armani one that I have, but picking it up on a light fluffy brush so that it's not too heavily condensed. Or maybe screw that, it's pigmented no matter what. But this is when we come in with a little extra foundation and help everything smoothly blend together, just like so. Going for that everywhere. And then we can powder it. The Benefit Terra color that I have destroyed in here, but I actually pick it up from the mirror where there's remnants of it. And it gets me this nice dusty brick. And I'm a brick. Oh, I hope you get that joke. And now these days, if I'm doing a really bold eye, I won't necessarily match it with a bold lip, but I do think I can do this lip combo better now. So I'm gonna wipe off the excess lip conditioner, and I'm actually going back and forth as to whether I should use the black pencil or the color fix that I used for the eyeliner, but I think the pencil's gonna be my friend. I'm using the side of the liner, so it's not just one thin line, but it has a little bit of a shading and texture to it. And then I'm gonna press the lips together to help blend out that inner line. And this is the part I don't think I was very successful at last time. Wait, but that's a cool lip on its own. I'm gonna use this opportunity to sharpen the edges. And then again, a little pucker blend. And then we're taking MAC Russian Red, and I'm just gonna tap that right onto my lip. Not swiping it like I would apply lipstick typically, and use both of my lips to blend that out. I'm doing the same method I did on my eyes, really condensing the red pigment in the center, but then also going over the black with it so it's cohesive, and that color goes across the whole thing. And then the lips match the eyes. And now the last thing I'm going to look at are lashes. I've been really liking my natural lash, but something with as much drama as this really calls for a lash. And it's been so long since I've worn false lashes that I literally can't even find the tweezer I usually use to apply them. So we might struggle a little bit through this one, but we'll struggle together. Alright then, fingers crossed here. See, when you have hooded eyes but you want that winged out effect, a demi lash like this that has shorter lashes in the center and longer lashes towards the end are really going to be helpful. And I just love how that little pop of red shows through. So then I'm just going to gel my brows down. I think I successfully improved what I had done last time. It obviously looks a little different, but the point of this isn't to make a carbon copy. It's to do an updated version and hopefully better, or something more suited for me today. Would I wear this as an everyday look? Hell no. This is just proof that 2016 makeup, fun makeup, has been here. You just need to know where to look for it. This was actually really fun for me. I want to create more looks that I used to do. So leave a comment if you like it, subscribe to this channel, and stick around as we make up for lost time.